Hey guys, how do you beat a net rusher? You know, these days we don't have as many players coming to the net all the time, but you will get them, and it's very uncomfortable if you're not sure what to do when someone comes to the net all the time, and it could frustrate you just as much as someone who's just pushing everything back. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to take down a net rusher. I'm not going to give you too many demos today because I don't have a playing partner with me today, and also this is not really technical. These are more principles and the methods that you want to use against net rushers. The first thing you want to do, think about a net rusher. What do they want to do? They want to get to the net. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is take the net away from them. There's two ways you can take the net away from them. The first one is you have to hit the ball deep. If you hit the ball deep all the time, they can't come forward. A net rusher absolutely loves it. If you hit the ball short, they're going to take that gap and they're going to come in. Okay, so keep that ball deep, and I'm going to show you quickly where you want to aim. All right, so here's the baseline, guys. The net rusher does not want to be back here. He wants to come forward because that's where he wants to win his points. So like maybe about 2 meters from the baseline, you want to draw an imaginary line, and this is where you live. You hit every ball inside there, as many balls as possible, against the net rusher. They will have no choice but to stay back. Okay, that's the first way. You take the net away from them. The second way you take the net away from them is obviously you going to the net. When you are at the net, then they can't be at the net. Okay, so every short ball, every opportunity that you get, you go to the net. Even if you don't feel comfortable with rushing the net or going to the net, just to shake things up, make them guess, they're going to feel very pushed back, and they're going to feel erratic. They're going to feel out of their comfort zone when you are at the net. Even if your volleys aren't great, it's going to be good to shake them up and get them to start missing. Okay guys, the next shot that you want to be able to perfectly hit against the net rusher is the dipping shot on their toes. I know you've heard this before, but it's true. Okay, it's so hard for a player who likes to volley. The most difficult volley is down here. All right, so if they're pushing you all the way back, and that's what they want to do. They're going to push you back wide, and then they're going to come to the net. So if you don't have a way, or if you don't know how to dip the ball on their toes, you're going to lift the ball and they're just going to put it away. So I like to call it the 1-2 combo. You need to be a champion. You need to be a master of the 1-2 combo against the net rusher. So I'm not going to be able to show you exactly what it will look like, but it will look something like this. So they push you wide. They push you wide and deep, and you should be able to, from all the way back here, dip that ball on their toes, and then the plan is they will lift it high for you, and then you go for the pass. Too many players try and go on the first ball ready, they try and pass the player, and that's when they miss. The net rusher gets so many free points when that happens. Make them play first, keep them in the point, on their toes, let them lift the volley, and then you put away. Okay, let me show you where the ball should bounce more or less to have a good dipper. So camera, a little bit more behind me. So they've pushed you back, and now you dip it on their toes. That might have even been a little bit too deep. That's better. Okay, if someone's rushing the net from there, it's going to be so hard for them to lift it. Yes, they will probably have good half volleys, but they'll still lift it, and it will give you a chance to pass them. Not much more to it, guys. So let's recap. Take the net away from the net rusher by hitting your balls deep. If you hit it deep, they can't come forward. Take the net away by, when you get a short ball, you rush the net. Even if you don't like the net, rush the net to keep them guessing. And then when they do come forward, and they will come forward, work on your angle shots, your drop shot, your dipping shots on their toes. The most difficult volley for any player, even if they have good volleys, is the low volley. The idea is for them to lift it, and then you put it away. As I mentioned before, you won't play many net rushes anymore because the game has changed so much, but they still do exist. What exists a lot more now is the counter puncher and the pusher. And if you want to know how to take down that pusher, I've got a brilliant video right here on the screen.